My next guest once suggested the IMF should bail out Greece. Andrea Sapir, Professor of Economics and former economic advisor to a European Union President, Romano Prodi, joins me now from Brussels. Good morning to you. I suppose the first question is, does it look likely that Greece is going to need a bailout in the end?
I think it does look likely that indeed Greece will need some resources. I would not put it as a bailout, but as a loan. Essentially what is going on at the moment is that Greece is implementing one side of an IMF program, i.e. the fiscal side. It is putting order in its own house. And I agree with the statement by Jean-Claude Trichet. It's convincing. But convincing means also painful for Greece. And how long can Greece continue to take tough measures without getting some financial support from Europe or from the IMF?
So if it does need financial support, where should that financial support come from?
Well, that is essentially at this stage a political question. We hear from a number of European leaders that the IMF option is off the table and that an alternative has to be found in Europe.
But that is just purely political, is it? I mean, simply that countries like Germany and France do not want to send a message to the world that they need the IMF in the Eurozone.
Yes, I think that's correct. It comes not only from France and Germany, it also comes from EU leaders. You have heard Jean-Claude Trichet repeat that several times. Jean-Claude Juncker, the president of the Eurogroup, the Commission has said that. And, you know, this is a respectful position, but this is essentially a political position. And the fear on the part of European leaders is that going to the IMF would jeopardize any hope of putting together a credible economic governance for the euro area, which is in the making.
Now, we've heard a lot of talk about the EMF, the European Monetary Fund. Surely that's going to take an awfully long time to put in place, and whether or not it actually ever ends up in place, it won't help Greece.
No, you're right. If the idea of an EMF takes off, which I think is a respectable idea again, although there are different options there as well, yes, there's no doubt that this will take months, if not years, and will come too late for the Greek issue, which is much, much more urgent than that.
So surely would it not be a better idea for Europe to actually say what it was going to do in the event that Greece needs money, and that might help to quell the markets and to stop the speculation? I
entirely share that view. At the moment, the hope seems to be, well, let the Greek take measures and hope that the problem will go away. I think that is not a very, very reasonable view of the world. Again, as I said, Greece not only has to take measures this year, it has to continue to take very, very tough measures for the year ahead. And either one wants the Greek population really to take very, very severe measures without any help, or one does want to find some manner to help the government to put into place those tough measures.
Andrea Sapir, thank you very much for joining us this morning.